Hi, I'm Joy Rawls, the Executive Director of the Children's Advocacy Centers of Texas, or CACTX. CACTX, we are here to support the network of over 60 local children's advocacy centers. And a children's advocacy center is intended to bring a child-friendly approach to what is a very adult process, the investigation and prosecution of crimes. Prior to CACs existing in Texas, if you were a child who was victimized by abuse, you would begin your journey by talking to a police officer at a police department, and then you might go across town and talk to a CPS worker at their office. Then you go to a hospital and possibly talk to a nurse and get an exam, and then a counselor would talk to you, and you would end up telling your story over and over and over again. And what that does for the legal process is it makes for a really bad statement to get from a victim of crime, and it's extremely re-traumatizing to a child to have to relive that so many times. So it's really about strengthening our judicial system, but also making sure that we're not making the investigation process more traumatizing for children than sometimes the abuse was. So with the advent of children's advocacy centers, a child, instead of going to the police department or a CPS office, their first stop after a call is made to 911 or the CPS hotline is they will come to the Children's Advocacy Center, where they will be met by a trained professional who knows how to talk to children in a non-leading, legally defensible manner to get their statement down, and that'll be video recorded. And then that video transcript will be used by everybody throughout the legal process. And then the great part is after that, under the same roof is mental health professionals that can address the child's trauma, perhaps a medical clinic that can do a medical assessment of the child, and all the investigative partners, law enforcement, CPS, the prosecutor's office, medical, mental health, will talk to each other. Prior to this model, everybody worked in silos. And what happened is information was lost along the way, and it ended up with very poor case outcomes for children, both in the judicial system and for their well-being. The majority of cases that come through a children's advocacy center in Texas involve child sexual abuse. And the truth of the matter is, it happens everywhere. Child sexual abuse is probably one of the most underreported crimes because it's difficult to talk about. And so our job is to both make it easy for children to discuss this when they come forward, but also to educate communities, because if we don't have informed adults who will make that report to 911 or CPS, these children can never come through our doors and get the justice and the healing and support that they need to rebuild their lives. There's a number of ways that people can help and get actively involved with this issue. Number one, communities need to educate themselves about this issue. Communities need to be empowered to make a report and to bring that child to a place where they can get help. Secondly, we need financial support. While we have over 60 centers in the state of Texas, there are still 91 counties in our state that are outside of our service area. With your help, we can help these children win the justice they deserve and begin their journey to recovery. Thank you.